All right, Palantiers. So we got our second batch of Ethiopian going, and I actually turned it down a lot, the heat down on it a lot, and because I want a light roast, and so I'm probably going to give it one more minute. Then I'm going to take this one out, and I'm going to show you how much lighter it is than the other one. And also, I'm going to show you part of the process we have to do in order to make sure that we get all the husk out of there. So basically what I do, this is the first batch I actually roasted, and it's a little too dark. It really is. But I'm going to put it in here to show you. So I basically just go outside, and I just go do this. I hold it up a little bit higher when I'm outside, and just let the wind blow away the husk. And I keep doing that until I get most of the husk out. And that's what you have to do, you know. There's probably some easier ways, but that's the way I do it. If you have another way and a better way to do it, please let me know. I'll be happy to hear about it. Okay, so while this is taking this last minute, I wanted to give you guys a little treat here. As you know, if you watch any of my other videos, I do kombucha and I do ginger beer and other things. I even cook some different things. And as I said, I like to do things a little to the extreme. And with a ginger bug, as I told you before, ginger bug is like the starter for the ginger beer. And so it's what causes the fermentation. So I kind of had this idea, you know, because you can use ginger bug for making all different types of sodas. And because I'm such a coffee guy, I thought, I wonder if I can make some type of nitro coffee with using my ginger bug. And so what I did, I made 2 pots of coffee, and then I put in 2 cups of sugar, which was way too much sugar. I should put in 1 cup. I'm going to do that next time. Then also I put in a half a cup of lactose. And the lactose is almost like whey protein powder. But you can buy lactose at bottling stores or buy it online. And the lactose, what it does, it gives it a smoothness to it. And a lot of people use that in their cream sodas and also in their root beers. And so what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to, this is what I made on Sunday. Yes, Sunday morning. Not Sunday morning. I made it Saturday evening. And so I let it stay in a warm place for about 36 hours. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open it up and just let you see how it looks. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how it tastes. And so I think this is about done here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And I'm going to open it up. It's going to get a little smoky in here for just a few minutes. Let that cool off a little bit. And then I'm going to take that out there and toss it up and down. So let me show you this real quick here. So this is my coffee that I put ginger bug in so it can naturally ferment. Okay, and give a natural carbonation to it. So let's see what it looks like here. I don't know if you can see that. You see that? See that carbonation? That's naturally carbonated from the ginger bug. And so yeah, you can still see it. It's foaming pretty good. So this is like my version of a nitro cold brew. Wow, it's actually really, really good. I'm gonna start doing this more often. It's really good. And so, wow, this is really good. I'm serious. I think I invented something here. Man, this is good. I gotta let my wife taste this. I know you gotta taste this one now. It's like really good. She don't want to put my camera probably, but so what I'm gonna do now, though, I got my second batch of Ethiopian done. I let it roast as long as the first batch, because that one just roasted way too long because it went so quick. So I'm going to pour the second batch over here. It's still a little darker. Wow. Some of it's still a little darker than I want it to be. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to set it outside for a little bit, let it cool down. Yeah, it's still a little bit more dark than I want it to be, but it's not as dark as the first batch. So I'm going to let it cool down outside, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that outside, and so what I'll do, I'm going to show you something else. I have some jars here. My wife cans, and this is just, she uses these all the time, so I got to, but I probably use these just for one time, because like I said, on Saturday, on Sunday, we're going to have a tasting party, so I need somewhere to store all the different types of beans. Now, if I put them in this jar, though, I got to remember that once I put them in the jar, I have to burp the jar once or twice a day to make sure I get all the carbon monoxide out. Now, what I can also do, I have these specialty canisters. And these specialty canisters, what they are, they actually has a vacuum pump on top of it. And so it sucks out the oxygen and the carbon monoxide, and it keeps the beans nice and fresh. And so, and it also has a date thing set on it, so I can set the date of when I put it in there. So after I put the beans in, I'm just going to pump it until it gets all the air out. And once it gets all the air out, it'll be fine, and it has that one-way valve, so it'll continue to release the carbon monoxide. And when I want to open it up, I just press this button right here, and it releases all the oxygen, and it releases the lock on it, the air lock on it, and I can pull it out. Okay, so I got that one. And this one's a little bit different. This one actually is, it just has a CO2 one-way valve on it. It doesn't have a pump on it, but it has a one-way valve to release the CO2. It's not my favorite, but it also works fairly good as well. It should work fairly good. Okay, so that is that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one more thing. As you can see, these bottles right here, these bottles are recycled bottles that I got from a friend, and I sterilized them. And so now I'm using them for my kombucha and for my ginger beer, and also for my new nitro coffee, my nitro cold brew coffee. So now I'm going to pop the lid on this, and I'm going to show you guys in another video how to make this nitro cold brew coffee. It really is fantastic. All right, so this is my ginger beer, and I still mix up just a little bit to kind of get the ginger that settles down in there. And I'm going to mix this one up. And this one, last time I put some lemons in this one, in my last batch. This one, all I did is I did 6 quarts of water. I did a pound of ginger pureed in my blender. And then I also did 6 cardamom pods and 6 allspice berries and 3 peppercorns. And then I put 2 cups of sugar also with the 6 quarts of water. And then I boiled it for like 15 minutes, slow boil, low boil, for 15 minutes. Then I let it cool. Then I strained it out again. And after I strained it out and it was at room temperature, then I put my ginger bug, half a cup of ginger bug in there. And then I bottled it up and put it up in a warm place. And so it's been in a warm place for 36 hours. Now we're going to open it up and see what this one looks like. Okay. You can probably see it's bubbling up there. And so it's nice and carbonated. So we're going to pour it. Yeah, look at that. Look how carbonated that is. And that, I mean, it's almost white, milky white because of how carbonated it is. And so, and this one's a little bit different color because it's, I didn't do any ginger. I just did, I didn't do any lemon in there. I did ginger, only no lemon or apple juice or anything like that. So it's just ginger with 6 cardamom pods and 6 allspice berries and 3 cloves and 3 peppercorns. And so, pretty delicious. Probably save this for my wife. Let my wife have this one since I'm drinking my natural coffee over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, my next video, I probably won't show you how I roast my coffee. I'll probably just get all my coffee roasted and put it in the jars and just once again remind you of how to burp your coffee each day to get that carbon dioxide out of your coffee. Okay? All right, so Palaters, have a good day or a good night or a good morning. And thanks for tuning in. And please, hey, I'm new at this, and so I forget I'm supposed to say subscribe to my channel, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully I can get things a little bit more organized in the future. And I'm going to try to splice videos together a little bit more. And That's what I'm all about experimenting and trying new things. So if you want to just learn or see new things, please tune in. All right. You guys have a good night.